If there's one thing I've definitely learned about being a dad, is that you cannot waste time. You have to use every spare second, minute that you have to get whatever you need done. I mean, I'm just punching this code. I mean, if you have washing to do, the second your child is asleep, go and do the washing. If you have a ScottyDad log to start, and you're driving to drop off keys from house sitting, and you've got 10 minutes in the car, you take it. Man, it's just manic. Anyways, the reason for doing this really, and I've thought about doing something similar to this for quite some time. I enjoy YouTube and I watch all these vlogs and these reviews and everything, and I want to get into it. And before Belle fell pregnant, I had a lot of plans and everything. I thought, okay, cool. But then it was time to adapt. I was blessed with a beautiful boy, Michael Scott, and he has honestly turned my life upside down for the best. It's the only way I can describe it. Bittersweet, but more sweet. The purpose of these is both for me to reflect on what's happened throughout the week. I'm going to try and upload it every Sunday night. You can watch it on Monday mornings, whatever the case is. But the purpose is for me to reflect on my growth and journey as a dad. Also, it's for other dads, young or old dads, who need a bit of guidance or some advice or different perspective or opinion on things. And also for moms as well. If you need to understand what the dad is going through. I mean, I most certainly don't understand what Elle is going through half of the time. I try my best to listen and recognize and empathize with her, and some things I get, some things I don't, and vice versa with her. The light is terrible now, all of a sudden, sorry. But as I said, you have to adapt and use every second you get, such as recording your first vlog while driving. Both hands are on the steering wheel, so forgive me for not looking at the camera. Need to focus when driving in Joburg, but if you can drive in Joburg, you can drive anywhere. So that's really the purpose of these ScottyDad Logs, I want to call them. Maybe the name will change down the line. To inform, inspire, relate to, assist, and all that. Sure, the main things is just to put it out there. This might be a little bit of venting for me as well. Maybe if I'm struggling with something and I leave it as an open issue, you guys can jump in the comments below and give me a link to an article that might help, or some advice, talking to the moms and the dads out there. Any advice is always appreciated, and I found that everybody has a say or a piece of advice or a request or whatever, and the best thing I found is to thank them for their opinion and their thoughts and what they think you should do, and do whatever the hell feels right. Trust your guts, trust your instinct, and that's, I'm going to be open. I always love it when people give me advice and stuff. I might not take it, I might take it. They might give me an idea that I've never thought of before. But yeah, that's the purpose of ScottyDad Logs. It's just to put the information out there, bring other information in, make it accessible and available for dads, moms, even kids, if you want to understand what your dad went through. This week, the whatever date until the 28th of March 2021, recording at 12:17. This week I had a horrible afternoon with Michael. I mean, the kid just kept on crying and crying and crying, but not like crying, like sobbing, like wailing, like you'd swear the neighbors were going to call the police because somebody was getting murdered. Crying. It was insane, and it was just so overwhelming because you change a nappy, you play, you change a position, you're holding them, or they're lying in, or try to put them to sleep, or you give them food, or you entertain them with a toy, or you know, help rub their tummy for their digestion, maybe they've got poop stuck. It's, guys, nothing was working, hey? And, you know, at the end of it, it was just because he didn't receive his Nexium in the morning, which is a medicine prescribed by the doctors for reflux, and he was just really uncomfortable. So as much as it was overwhelming, scary, and frustrating for me, there was also nothing I could have done. And naturally, I only realized this the next day. I think this was on Tuesday. But man, I'll be honest with you, I broke down when Belle got... So every afternoon I look after him for about 3 or 4 hours, depending on when Belle has to work. But I can tell you now, when she got back from work, I broke. I was finished, man. Like, I was like, this kid hates me. I'm the monster that visits him in the afternoons. I just... Man, it was not fun. It really sucked. It really sucked. I'm just going to put it out there. And unfortunately, it won't be the last time this kind of thing happens. You know, whether it is something that I am or am not doing, or something that is out of my control. You know, it's one of those things that happens. But I can tell you, okay, well, I'll be right back. Okay, back in action. Sorry about that. I just needed to go and collect McDonald's fries for Belle. She's not feeling so lekker today, and she wanted on the way home, but then she changed her mind because she was the only one eating, so I decided to just get it for her. It's there. She won't let it go to waste. So what were we talking about? Yeah, Tuesday. Man, it was bad. Not fun. I felt like a terrible dad. I felt like I couldn't console my own child, my own blood. Hey, I was like, it's over, you know. The kid will only like me when he can speak and think and understand and tell me what's wrong. But you know, the next day was easier, and the day after that, and the day after that, and I actually had a nice morning this morning. You know, we woke up and she asked, do you mind feeding him? And at first I was like, oh, I just want to sleep. But then when I fed him and burp him and fed him and burp him, he would smile and giggle and kind of talk to me, but not really talk to me. Yeah, but he would smile. And I had it last night as well before going to bed, where I'd tickle and play with him, talk to him. I mean, he can't understand me, but you know, he would smile and talk back and gurgle back, and it was really a nice experience. And then that same night, last night, I had a shower with him, you know. Belle obviously helped by washing him, because babies are slippery, and then you want to add soap. Wah! But it was nice to be, you know, close to him and to have that skin on skin moment. It was nice, and for him to be so calm and serene under warm water, not freaking out, it was great. And you know, even today when I was trying to sort out keys and everything, luckily my client said, no, leave the keys there, here's a code, lock the house up and go. I'm like, sweet, I get to go home and take care of the woman that I love and spend time with my child. You know, I'm enjoying it. And you know what, gents, in the beginning, it's not fun. It's not fun. And this is going to sound harsh, but a child is an inconvenience at the end of the day. But it's a pleasant inconvenience, because at first, you're like, oh, I have to change the nappy. Oh, I have to feed the baby. Oh, I have to pick up the baby. Whatever, you know. But when you're in the moment, it's great. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the forefront of your mind, you're like, okay, I've got to go do this. Oh, I wish I could just Netflix. I wish I could just sleep. I wish I could just, I don't know, go hang out with mates, whatever it is that you wish you could rather do. But once you're there and you're doing it, it's an amazing feeling, you know, especially when baby is enjoying your company. You know, he's starting to recognize me, recognize my voice, my face. When I smile, he smiles, and his smile is so pure and innocent. Like, he's not second guessing whether you should be happy in this moment or not. He's not figuring out whether he's hungry or not. He's genuinely on a chemical and spiritual level happy in that moment, and you as a dad created that. That was incredible for me. And those moments I sit there and I'm like, doesn't matter. All of the crying and the wailing and the fussing and the inconvenience and the lack of sleep, it does not matter anymore. And it was the same with I've lost my train of thought now. Oh, it was the same feeling where, you know, you'd kind of remove yourself from your body in that moment to look at yourself as though you were watching a movie and you were the actor, and you look at yourself and you'd be like, this guy's really enjoying himself. And he sounds and looks silly the way he's talking to baby, going, oh, boo, 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 and all that, but he's enjoying himself. You know, it reminds you of the innocence of the world and how you can actually sit back and enjoy yourself with your kid. So that has been probably the highlight in growth for me. Some other great things was he met his great-grandparents' side on my stepmom's side. That was really special, you know, 3 generations meeting. Hopefully he'll meet my dad's mom and my mom's mom soon if she comes down from Durban. But for me, these ScottyDad Logs are for me to share my experience, and I hope that other people out there have also had the same experience, and that they've also had moments where they want to give up and they want to just run away and hide in a hole, and you know, they're just like, why me, but you get those moments with your child where you're like, this is why me, because I get to enjoy these little moments that are a first for him and me, and are of such pure happiness. One thing I have to warn everybody who's watching this, I do like to jamble on, and there'll probably be some things I forget about, but yeah, being a dad started off very difficult. It's still difficult, but they have their moments of reward, and they're great. One of the things, just thinking, as I said, there won't really be a structure to these logs. It'll just be me spewing it out there. One of the things that I remember watching on YouTube with one of the videos, and I'll try and remember the name and tag them below, but they said, the guy said, you know, like, I think it's 10 or 15 pieces of advice for a new dad is accept that you'll always be to blame, you'll always be in the wrong, and you're always the bad guy. And it's true, you know. And the thing is, your partner is not having a go at you because you are the bad guy, you are to blame. It's because they're frustrated. I myself have a go at Belle about stupid things, meanwhile I'm just frustrated, you know. I'm trying to find gaps and minutes in between my day to do everything else, like work and gym and washing clothes and eating and pooping, and just posting and doing things that you want to do and trying to do things that you could do before baby came along, you know. So I think the main themes I can take from this week's first ScottyDad log is, don't give up, things get better, enjoy the little moments, adapt and use your time wisely. And like I said, if anybody has any experiences they would like to share, put up a vlog, tag me in it, put it on your Instagram, tag me, Scotty John, SC0TTYJ0N, tag me. Or if you want some advice on something, I'm not saying I'm a professional, I'm not. I've been a dad for less than 3 months. All I'm doing is sharing my experience, but maybe a conversation with somebody else might change the way you view things. So I hope that helps, I really do, and we'll see where we go from there, you know. Yeah, let me know your similar experiences, any feedback, anything you want to hear, or any pieces of advice you want to give me to try. Next video, I'm going to show you this one hole that will just help your child who's having a tantrum just calm down and collect themselves, you know. Yeah, I wish all the dads and moms the best out there. Stay safe with COVID, keep pushing, adapt, use your time, don't give up, hang in there, it'll all be worth it, guys. Cool. Ciao.